Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope you all are well. So guys, me, Dida Solihat, and my partner Trini Navariani and Gaya Devanyoko from the first group, we will explain about principled material development. Okay, the first material will be explained by me, Dida Solihat. Introduction about principled material development. There is no specific theory of the development of material itself. This is because, as we will discuss in our presentation material, that materials development should draw directly on what we know about how learners acquire a second language also. Whenever teachers make pedagogical decisions about content or methodology, they are actually making assumptions about how learners learn. The diversity of SLA research findings strong enough to warrant applicability to language pedagogy, or precisely how they can be applied, means a slower than desired effect on teaching approaches, and an even slower one on material development. However, we would agree with Tomlinson's statement that it is time to take the plunge. This should not stop us from applying what we know about second language learning to the development of material designed to facilitate the process of developing materials. Okay, next material will be explained by Trini Navariani.
Okay, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello everyone, my name is Trini Navariani. Sorry guys kalau misalnya di video ini agak emang buram ya, karena kameranya sedang bermasalah. Sudah coba buat dibersihkan tapi kayaknya di dalamnya itu loh, jadi kayak mohon maaf yang sebesar-besarnya jika emang buram gitu ya. Okay guys, so the next material is the importance of affective and cognitive challenge language learning materials. So guys, as a language teacher, we have to pay attention to many things in our work, but cognitive aspect of foreign or second language learning cannot provide all the information we need. If we also give attention to the affective domain, this can make our teaching more effective. Knowledge of their student affective characteristics lead to more target instruction and successful learning experiences for students, because students are able to focus on affective development in concert with cognitive development. They are more likely to be successful. Knowledge of a foreign language, especially English, is a valuable tool in today's international globalist world. It opens the door to the whole world in the way of knowing, understanding, and communicating with other cultures. The call for the strength of linguistic competencies by improving the quality and efficiency of education and training has been announced by the Education Council of European Union. Therefore, language learning strategies as factors affecting success or failure of language learning process should be taken into consideration. Okay guys, the next material is input and output in language learning. So, what is input in language learning? Input refers to the exposure learners have to authentic language in use. This can be from various sources, including the teacher, others, learners, and the environment around the learners. Input can be compared to intake, which is input then taken in and internalized by the learners so it can be applied. Okay, next, what is output learning? Output is arguable just as important as input for language development. Output can be defined as the language the learner produces. That is writing and speaking. Therefore, teachers need to encourage their students to try to use the language they are learning as often as possible. So guys, input versus output. The input refers to the processable language the learners are exposed to while listening or reading. That is the receptive skills. The output, on the other hand, is the language they produce, either in speaking or writing. That is the productive skills. Okay guys, thank you.
So the next material about awareness raising and language learning material. As far as the saying the syllabus is concerned, it is that grammar instruction may prove powers to alter the nature second of acquisition of development instructor. So dari semua ini adalah variabel yang tidak dapat dikendalikan, yaitu pelajar, yang pembelajarannya dipengaruhi oleh sejumlah faktor, mulai dari bakat hingga sikap dan keadaan efektif. Secara keseluruhan, dari penelitian linguistik terapan ini tidak menawarkan parameter definitif untuk desain silabus. And the next further reading one. The purpose of our chapter is the ensembles and second language acquisition basic principle to support material development. Tujuan dari bab ini adalah untuk menerapkan prinsip-prinsip berbasis SLA atau second language acquisition untuk mendukung pengembangan material. And the last future writing tool. Difficult of text, the assignment design and the text modification, understanding and second language acquisition. So, jadi kesulitan teks dalam desain tugas dan modifikasi teks, keterpahaman dan SLA atau second language acquisition, efektif modifikasi teks pada pemahaman akuisisi dan melihat di mana kita melihat variabel independen yang berbeda yang digunakan di sini, yaitu penyederhanaan modifikasi melalui elaborasi dan sebagainya.
Okay, the last material is conclusion. So, the framework of the discussion that has been presented is the preparation of SLA-based principles for material development by referring to the importance of the following factors for language acquisition. The first affects motivation and engagement, and the second, cognitive challenge, and the third, rich language input samples in authentic use, and the fourth, opportunities for meaningful use of language, and the last are the five, focus on visually selected language structures and counter it in input and output. Okay guys, maybe enough from our presentation. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.